Well, in this latest set of hurdles for victims of child abuse, a Baltimore City judge has temporarily paused all cases filed under the Child Victims Act. This comes after a rush to beat the state's new limitations resulted in a flurry of filings right up until Sunday's deadline. WMER 2 News' Blair Sable joins us now. And Blair, how many cases are we talking about here at this point?
Well, Kelly, before Governor Moore signed the bill capping these potential compensation for Child Victims Act cases, Baltimore City Circuit Court had maybe a handful filed. That was in late April. There are now more than 1,200 cases on the docket.
I honestly think things of this nature is worse than murder, because when you're dead, you're dead. This goes on forever.
It was at St. Martin's Church 40 years ago that a clergy member sexually abused Charles Doe. We've concealed his face and real name to protect his identity. At the time, he was only 11 years old, and like so many others, it took him several years to come forward.
I didn't know who to talk to or what to do, and I was scared that someone in my family would find out. Because they find out, it's over with.
His case is one of more than 1,200 filed in just the last month in Baltimore City, but now it's indefinitely on pause.
It is legal whiplash.
Emily Malarkey and Ryan Perlin represent Charles and hundreds of other victims of child abuse. On Monday, Administrative Judge Audrey Carrion ordered a temporary pause, citing the unprecedented influx of cases. In April, lawmakers imposed limitations on the groundbreaking Child Victims Act of 2023, slashing potential legal compensation, among other changes.
It's just an unfortunate consequence of the change in the law is that it's going to cause additional delay for survivors.
That's what this back and forth tells them, the messaging it tells them every single time. It's that our priorities are more important than what happened to you in the past.
Advocates say the law was rushed, with the state facing a multi-billion-dollar deficit coinciding with concerns of potential large payouts for sex abuse cases. The Circuit Court is now seeking guidance from the Maryland Supreme Court about possible rule changes needed before these cases can move ahead.
We hope that the outcome is a thoughtful outcome that takes into account both sides of the equation so that we don't rush another bill through, change everything without really knowing the implications of that.
Charles says he's in it for the long haul, though every day that goes by is another he can't confront his abuser in court.
I've been patient. I'm going to be patient more because I've waited this long.
Now, the Maryland Court Administration says that there is no timeline for how long this pause will last.
And you know, Blair, I feel like we've been here before. This is not the first time, correct, that there's been a pause on this?
There's been a lot going on with these cases. In the Baltimore Archdiocese case, there is still a bankruptcy case going on with that. And because of that, all of these cases in that realm are still on pause. Now, at this point, there was a status hearing yesterday. There is another one scheduled for next September. But if you know anything about how bankruptcy cases go, it's going to be a while before that's all done with.
All right, stay tuned. This story's not going anywhere anytime soon. All right, Blair, thanks a lot for that report.